Okay, so Tashi Delek, everybody. And so today we are going to start Heart Sutra. And Heart Sutra is actually, it says already in the title itself, right? Heart. The most important part in our body is a heart. And so Tibetan call Nyingpo. And actually it is not a like a physical heart actually means. Like mainly we use the word Nyingpo is essence. So the essence of Do means sutra. Sutra is like Buddha's all the Buddha's teachings. So sutra is like the teaching, a message of the Buddha that put together. So this is the essence of the Buddha's teachings. So and that is we are going to study today. And as everybody has got the Heart Sutra handout, and this is actually one of my favorite topic in monastery. We study 5 main different, we call it like the treatise, 5 treatise of the Buddhist teaching. First year in the monastery, we learn logics. It is like a logic things, and then mainly how to do debate, and that is mainly like a logic things. And then second part of our study, we study the path, which is actually gradual path, like based on Abhisamaya Alamkara by Maitreya. So that is the main text. So it is mostly about different path, path to enlightenment, like 5 paths, 10 grounds, and then like how to generate bodhicitta, how to generate compassions. So all the skillful methods of the practice. And then third part of the like a study and the training that we go through is called the Umma, which is like the middle way. And so there the main text is actually the Prajnaparamita, the Buddha's teaching. The Prajnaparamita, actually it has a very extensive teaching. If you really go into the Buddhist scripture, like there's 100,000 verses or 100,000 lines or 100,000 verses of the Buddha's Prajnaparamita teaching. And then that is actually sort of like a condensed little bit by 20,000 verses. 20,000 verses of the Prajnaparamita's teaching. And then it condensed a little bit into Gyetongpa, which is like the 8,000 verses, And then it kind of condensed a little bit also like it is called the Shirjin Sumgyapa, which is actually Dhammankara Sutra. And then that is also a little bit condensed, summarized. And that is actually called the Heart Sutra. And then Heart Sutra is also like condensed or made it totally short or summarized. What is that we call one syllable Prajnaparamita Sutra. And we might already know what is that one word. One word or one syllable. And actually it is called A. Just A. So that is the most profound Prajnaparamita. A is actually when Buddha said A. And he actually said the whole Prajnaparamita's teaching. And so during our third training in the course, like which in Madhyamika, there like we study all the Prajnaparamitas, and then like all the commentaries that made by Indian masters, and we do a lot of debate, and we like really go deeper and deeper into really understanding and perceiving, we attempt to perceive what is the intent of the Buddha, and what is the truth that Buddha has actually revealed in the Prajnaparamita. So, and that is why, out of this, all the training that I went into the monastery, Prajnaparamita topic, when it comes to there, it was my favorite. So personally, I have a lot of connection to that. And then after we study Madhyamika, then we spend another 2 category, which is like a learning called the Vinaya. Vinaya is actually rules and regulations and disciplines and all this about the monastic life and all these things. And then another like a few years we studied on Zu, which is like the Abhisamaya, not Abhisamaya. I'm forgetting now. See, that's not my favorite topic. I only know the Tibetan words, like Abhidharma, which is actually mostly on the metaphysical, metaphysics things. So, and we study that. So that is like the, we go through a lot of training. And, as when I finished my actually studies in the monastery, I had a personal audience with His Holiness the Dalai Lama. And actually, he congratulated me for finishing my geshe, So, and we were talking, and then, actually, he said, "So you studied all these texts there. So, what is your favorite subject?" And of course, I say Madhyamika, the middle, the middle path, the middle way, Madhyamika, and so. Actually, I said that, and he was like, "Really? So you think you understand Madhyamika?" And then I said, "No. It's just 2 different things. It's my favorite, but I don't." So that is, like personally, I have this very, strong connection. And then, as of today, actually, it is a coincidence, or it is just kind of something very interesting. I just got when I was coming here, I just got a call from, where my mom lives, so they have a refugee camp in India. And so they are today, actually, right at this moment, they are actually, beginning to recite the 100,000 verses of the Prajnaparamita teaching, at their camp. So, and so I was just like, I was so happy because I thought, wow, this is just amazing. Because I'm driving to, Emaho Center to teach on, Prajnaparamita, and I got a call by saying that, they are going to start the Prajnaparamita 100,000 verses reading, so it is just like, I think there are like 50 monks in one place, and so they're going to spend actually this weekend. So, actually it is Saturday already there. So Saturday, Sunday in India, so they are actually doing it. So I take this as some kind of like a sign. So, which is actually, everywhere I think it is connected. And so Heart Sutra is what we are going to study, and this one we are going to divide it into 5 different sessions. So tonight is our first session, and so like this first session, I am going to actually, as in the Heart Sutra, Heart Sutra actually how it is set it up. So it is just like how, when the Heart Sutra teaching actually in the Tibetan Heart Sutra, there is this whole, surrounding, the preparation. And so, just to understand what is Heart Sutra, the title. From the title, we will learn what it is in Sanskrit, because that is the original, Heart Sutra came. And then it is translated into Tibetan, and then it is translated into English. So we will learn today what it is called in Sanskrit, what it is called in Tibetan, what it is called in English, of course. And then, we will actually go a little bit deeper into understanding the title. And then the whole setup of the, Heart Sutra. And so to understand that, actually, we say that there are 4, excellent happened during when Buddha was doing the, Heart Sutra, when the Heart Sutra, Sutra actually happened. What are the 4 excellent? 4 excellent is, first is excellent time, excellent place, and excellent disciples, and then so ne pusun soba, tu pusun soba, and then excellent master. So, see, these are the, 4 excellent happen at that time. So we will go a little bit detail into that setup of the Heart Sutra tonight for the first session. And then as we go deeper into the Heart Sutra, the second session tomorrow morning, actually, we are going to learn, as how, like this question was raised by Shariputra to the, Avalokiteshvara. So this question, which is actually this question, we all have this question that Shariputra has. So mainly, how can one train, or what is the method to understand the truth? That is the question. What is the method? How can I understand the truth? So if I put it in a very simple question, how can I understand the truth? And, that question was asked by Shariputra to the so I think that question itself is a very profound, and that is our, we all have this same question. And then how this question came up, and why, out of all the Buddha's disciple, why Shariputra has this question, and then why, out of there are other disciples, why Cheresi, who's Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara, was the one who actually Shariputra asked. So I think there is we will go more into what is the connection between that question and, how this question was raised. And then, we will go more into this question and answer, and, then how Cheresi answered, how to actually find the truth, telling the method of truth. And then, like a third session, we will actually learn the actual answer that is given by the, Avalokiteshvara, and the answer of how to find the truth and what is the method to find the truth is like, like he actually mentioned about form is empty, emptiness is form. That is the, most popular answer that, like everybody kind of knows. So we will go more into that. And that is what actually saying about the true truths, the relative truth and the ultimate truth. So we will go a little bit more, learn, more extensively on the true truth of the, we will, and then how this true truth will understand based on, like the path of accumulation, path of preparation. So, like how, like it is divided in the Buddhism with the 5 paths. And then, as we go along with the 5 paths, and the first path, how, the truth is actually perceived, and then at the path of, preparation, how the truth is perceived. And then we will go into the 4th session. Then the 4th session, like how, like the emptiness is actually directly perceived at the path of the, we call it path of seeing, that the 3rd path. Then, there we will learn, on the 4th, session, we will learn on non-duality nature of the subject and object. Okay, so, and then the 5th, last session, we will learn on, then after you learn what is the method of the truth, and then what happens after you realize the truth, then, enlightenment, right? That is like a bodhisattva, that is the, and so, like also it is in the Heart Sutra text, like when, like the bodhisattva, the Mahabodhisattva, when they actually understand the truth, and by relying on their understanding, they actually they go beyond the conception. They go beyond the conception, and then they go actually totally beyond that. They reach this state called the fearlessness state. There you don't have any fear. You're just totally open. You're totally spacious. You're totally, like, what do you call it? Enlightened. So we will go talk from that, the final completion of the, path called the path of no more learning. So that is how I want to divide the 5 sessions. Okay? Okay, so before we go into that, as we all know, this Heart Sutra teaching is one of the most profound teaching that has actually Buddha has given on the, on the nature of the truth. And this, on the nature of the truth, Buddha, actually teach this Heart Sutra, and so I don't have to really go more into the, the background stories of the Buddha, because I just kind of assume that we all know that. And so we all know that Buddha Shakyamuni, historical Buddha, Siddhartha Gautama, that was his birth name. And after all this, hardships and practice, that he actually found this profound, gone beyond wisdom that he found, and then he actually shared, or he actually want to tell people that what is this truth? How can you find the truth? And there are many teaching, and out of all this teaching, the Heart Sutra is the one, really throughout the generation, and still, it has been like a 2,500, more than 2,500 years, but still, the blessing and the, the power of the message is still kind of like really, happening. So, and like somehow, before we go into this, studying, intensive study into the Heart Sutra, let us put our hands together and pay homage, to Shakyamuni Buddha. And so there is verses that normally we do in our regular workshop, we do this. But today I want to praise Buddha Shakyamuni. And also it is just on the relative level, we are actually being thankful, saying thank you for your kind teaching. And on the ultimate level, it is actually you, Buddha, you have achieved the enlightenment, and you show us that we can too achieve the enlightenment. So ultimately, what we are doing is, yes, I understand what you're trying to tell me, that I have a Buddha nature, and I am going to pay homage, which means I respect, I show value. So it is like ultimately, it is a self-respect. So by understanding that as a self-respect, I am going to recite this beautiful praises to Buddha by Master Nagarjuna, because Nagarjuna was actually, after Buddha, we consider throughout the history, Nagarjuna was the one who actually really, revealed what Buddha was really teaching. And he before he wrote this root text of the, wisdom, that is his work, and he actually praised the Buddha by saying, so this is kind of like a Buddha. You are the one who actually, who gone beyond, and you see there is no coming, no going, no birth, no death, and all these things ultimately, and then you reach this, and out of compassion you show us that path, and that is I bow to you. So that is the short meaning of the praising and the paying homage to the Buddha. So please, it is short, so let us just take this short time putting our hands together and remembering the Buddha and his kindness, and ultimately showing respect and putting value and making like acknowledgement to your own Buddha. Kangi denjen dewa jung gaba meba ke meba cheba meba ta meba hongwa meba do meba ta de tu me tunje me zheba ni xie xie den zobe sangye ma na mangye tamba de la cha cha lo.